We'll move to the second one. Still, we don't have the papers.
No, we have.
We have them? Right. We will do that in a minute. Just keep it, please. Right. Second one, I'll come back to change. Second one is motivation. And under motivation, the competencies that we need is analyzing the situation, ability to analyze the situation, and ability to influence. This is the essence of motivation. But let me do it in another way. Let's start, open a new page, please, and write on it motivation. I'll give you a crash course on motivation. Is motivation important? To motivate your children, to motivate your students, your employees. Is it important? Yes. Is it effective? It's not effective? Yes? No? Is it effective? Why not? Temporary. But there are ways to make it permanent, right? You're not sure? I'll show you. Okay. So let's write that motivation is important and effective. Here I'm talking about external motivation. I'm not talking about internal motivation, which is from within you. I will talk about this later on. But let's talk about the external motivation, where a parent or a staff or a chairman motivates his followers. I would like to play a game. Who wants to play with me while they are in your seat? You don't have to move. Anyone? Yeah, you'll play with me. Okay, what's your name? Naeem. This is line number 1. It has 6 coins. Line number 2 has 4 coins. And line number 3 has only 1 coin. Have you seen this before? Okay, good. Right, I will play a game with you where we take turns. You take a turn, I take a turn, and we continue. We will erase these coins. So you tell me, for example, I want to erase 3 coins from line number 1. So I will do that for you. And then I will erase. The purpose of this game, the one who takes the last coin loses. So I try to leave the last coin for you. You try to leave the last coin for me. There's a condition on erasing these coins or removing these coins, is that when you choose, you can choose 1 coin, 2, 5, 6, whatever you want, any number. But the condition is you take it from only 1 line. So you can say, okay, I want to take 2 coins from line number 1. But you cannot take 1 coin from line 1 and 1 coin from line 2. These are 2 different lines. Of course, in other term, you can change your lines. So now we will play. You understood the game? You try to leave the last coin for me, I try to leave the last coin for you. Brother Naeem, you will lose. I am serious. To give you a chance, because you'll lose anyway. But to give you a chance, I will be fair. You decide who starts. Who starts? If you want to start, you will lose. If I start, you will lose. Any number of coins, but in the same line. Now, what I did to Brother Naeem is demotivation. So I'm trying to demotivate him. Now, question to you. Does demotivation affect you in a negative way or a positive way? It can be either, sir. It can be either. Some people, because of the demotivation they get from others, they collapse. Some, they became stronger and challenged. Who decides? You. The person who says, are you writing this down? I'm not giving a story. I'm teaching motivation in its depth. So nobody can demotivate you. No one. Because it's your decision. So they can try, but you can turn it into a challenge instead of collapsing. So remember this and teach to your children. Right. So let's start the game. Brother Naeem, you will lose. I'm serious. I mean, this is not only demotivation. This is the fact of life. So I'm doing more with demotivation. So choose, Brother Naeem. Choose. How many from which line?
One from the third line.
This one. So we remove this. I will take 2 from the first line.
Three from 2.
3 from line 2. And Brother Naeem, I'll take. Well, Naeem, you're playing with Suwaidan. Pay attention. Okay, so that was just to teach him the rules and the experience. He's a novice, new. So again, now you know the game. You understood? So I will consider that point. Now you have another chance.
First from 3.
First from?
1 from 3.
1 coin from 3.
2 from 3.
No, my turn. So again, what do you want to do?
Yep. 1 from 3.
You're sure? You just did that.
No.
And lost. Okay. So again, I'll take 2 from 1.
2 from 2.
2 from 2. And I'll take 2 from 1.
1 from 1.
1 from 2. Wake up. Wake up, Naeem. Okay, again. Wait. I have an announcement. Naeem, you win this round, 1,000 ringgit for you. Enough motivation? Simple game. 1,000 ringgit on stake. Yalla, you decide. Do you want me to start or do you want to start?
This time,
I start. You're sure?
No.
Right, I'll take 1 coin from line number 1. 1,000 ringgits.
2,000.
Take one.
1 point from 3.
1 coin from 3. I'll take 1 coin from 1.
Back to the same. Take one.
You can help him. It's okay. 1 from 2. 1 from 1. 1,000 ringgits coming out.
1 from 2.
1 from 2. 1 from 1.
Take 2.
Take one only.
If he takes 1, I'll take 2. If he takes 2, I'll take 1. He lost. So just a minute. You're talking motivation. You told me motivation works. I gave him motivation. It didn't work. So let's write this down. Motivation doesn't work unless there are few things with it. It doesn't work. By itself, it doesn't work. I gave him the motivation of 1,000 ringgits and he still lost. So the motivation was there. And he wanted to win. He did not give up. But that's not enough. So the will is important. The internal motivation is important. And the motivation from our side was there, but he still didn't do it. So that is not effective unless there are other things. What is missing?
Skills.
What does Naeem miss? Skills. Skills. Write it down. Yes. He needs more skills. What else? Experience. He's gaining experience, right? Every time he plays it, he is gaining experience. Right next to experience. Right next to it. Don't punish mistakes. If you punish mistakes, what will happen? People will not try again. And they will not gain experience. So there was a guru, a Japanese merchant, who was very rich. But he never did any interviews. Because he doesn't like to talk. He talks very little. So a journalist said, I will make an interview with him. He said, everyone failed. He said, I know how to get it done. So he went to him. He agreed. So he said, what? These are the questions he's asking now. What is the secret of your success? So now he has to talk. But he didn't. He said, good decisions. That's it. Good decisions. And the journalist was frustrated. He wanted him to talk. He said, how did you learn to make good decisions? And he said, experience. And he got quiet. How did you gain experience? He said, bad decisions. That's how you learn, by mistakes. So if you punish mistakes, what are you doing? You're stopping them from gaining experience. So never punish mistakes. Punish the repetition of the mistake after you teach them. So somebody made a mistake, I will not punish them, I will teach them. Now if they repeat it again, then they need to be punished. But never punish the mistake first time. Otherwise they will stop trying. What else does Naeem need? Training, which is experience. Okay? But still, he needs something else.
You need to plan his step, set the game.
Plan, yes, he needs a plan. Let's write it down. He needs to know the process. He needs to have a plan. So, anybody has any suggestions to Naeem to win? How should he do it? Yalla, look around. Naeem, stand up, please. Naeem, look. There are people who will help you. Listen to them. Yalla, in the back. Yalla.
Negotiate. 50-50.
Did you hear?
Don't touch number 3?
Don't touch number 3. Yalla. That's a suggestion. Anyone else?
Go one by one.
What does that mean?
Just delete one.
Don't do 2 or 3. Just one by one. Go one by one. That's another suggestion. Any other suggestions? I'm playing against all of you. Yalla. Any other suggestions? Yes?
Play 100 times more.
Play 100 times. We don't have time for that. What else? Yalla.
Learn from Dr. Tareq how to.
Learn from me, but watch my moves. Don't think about only your moves. Look at the competition. Learn from the competition. Yes, write it down. What else? Yalla, any other suggestion?
If he starts first, it's a different move. If he starts second, it's different.
So what is the suggestion? Should he start? Should me let me start? What move? Give him specifics. Anyone has any idea? Alas? So let's write it down. To make his work better, he must consult. Shura. He must ask who might give him suggestions, especially experts. Huh? So learn, get experience, not by doing it only, but by asking those who have experience. So now motivation becomes clearer. Anything else that you can help Naeem?
He should change his way.
Now don't do the same thing again and again. Try to change. Einstein had a very nice saying. He said, who is naive? Naive, savage. He said naive is the person who does the same things, the same way, and expects different results. Crazy, naive, huh? So don't do the same thing again. Otherwise, you will lose. Okay, naive. Again, yalla. Last chance.
2,000 ringgit.
2,000 ringgit.
We can share the ghanima.
Yalla, naive. Huh? You want to start? You want me to start?
I'll start.
Yes.
1 from 1.
1 from 1. And I'll take 1 from 2.
One from 2.
1 from 2. And I'll take 2 from 1. 2,000 ringgit, yalla.
1 from 2.
1 from 2. And I'll take 2 from 1. So 1 for you, 1 for me, and you will. You just lost 2,000 ringgit. So there's something else he needs. What he needs, I will show you in the other exercise. Quickly. Someone else. Not this exercise. Last exercise on motivation. Anyone else who wants to play with me? Yalla, raise your hand. Okay. What's your name?
Zul.
Zul. We will count down from 30 to 1. Okay? You know how to count down?
Yes.
Quickly. Count from 10 to 1 in reverse. Quickly.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, okay. I said from 10 to 1 in reverse. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Wake up. You're playing with Suwaidan, so. Wake up, yeah. So what I said, 10 from 1 in reverse. That's what I said. Huh? I didn't say from 1 to 10 in reverse. So wake up. No, I'm not done. This is just the introduction. So yes. So let's do this. We will count from 30 to 1. Sequential. 30, 29, 28, 27 until we reach 1. If I say 1, I lose. If you say the number 1, you lose. So that's the goal. You try to make me say 1 and try to leave 1 for you. The way we count is simple. We go sequential. But you have a turn, I have a turn, you have a turn, I have a turn. When it is your turn, you can say 1 number and stop. You can say 30, stop. Or 2 numbers, 30, 29. Or 3 numbers, 30, 29, 28. When it is my turn, if you stop, say at 29, I will say 28, stop. Or 28, 27. Or 28, 27, 26. So we will alternate terms. Each one will have a chance of 1 number or 2 or 3. The purpose is you leave the number 1 for me, I try to leave the number 1 for you. Clear?
Clear.
Simple. Yeah. You want to start, you will lose. You want me to start, you will lose. Yeah.
Let me plan first.
Well, clever. That's what you should do. Right. So, wallahi, ya akhwan, wallahi, I'm going with you into the depth of motivation. Because the superficial motivation doesn't work. You give them a trophy, you assign a parking space for them, you give them some money. It doesn't work. It works very short. They look again for it. And while Naeem is planning, are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah. You want to start or me?
I'll start.
Yeah.
30, 27, 30, 39, 38.
27, 26, 25. You have choice of 1 or 2, 3 numbers. Think about it. It's for you too. Yalla. I stopped at 25. Yalla.
24, 23, 22,
21.
20,
That's it. 19, 18, 17.
16,
15, 14, 13.
12,
11, 10, 9.
8,
7, 6, 5.
4, 2.
Ah, sorry. Who says 1 wins? I'm sorry. Whoever says 1 wins. I'm sorry. I know whoever says 1 loses. So I stopped at.
21.
Wait. Yeah. So whoever says 1 wins. I'm sorry. I got confused. My mistake. So let's start again. My mistake. Whoever says wins, huh? 1 wins. Yalla.
27.
Stop.
30, 29, 38.
Don't get the same thing again. Okay. 27, 26, 25.
24,
23, 22, 21.
20,
19, 18, 17.
18, that's all right.
17.
Or 17. 16,
15, 14, 13.
what was it?
30.
30, 12, yes.
11, 10, 9. 9, yalla.
8,
7, 6, 5.
5, 4.
3, 2, 1.
What do you mean?
So I was like, any help for him? Last chance, because I want to go to other things.
Okay,
3.
the first help is that
Tell him.
since it is 3, don't worry until you reach 10.
Don't worry about the numbers until you reach 10. And then what's after that?
After that, you have to be careful about the steps.
So what is it?
See
Stop at 5.
No, you didn't give him something concrete. Yalla.
Sure you finish.
Any ideas? Any ideas?
Sure you stop at even number.
see the maximum
What number?
Just 1 minute.
Before 10, don't worry, because
Don't worry before 10. That's one idea.
you
Then
have to get as fast as possible. The only point is 1. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, because 3 to 1.
so give him something to do.
Okay. Yelah, but I can
Don't give him the theory. Tell him do this, don't do that. Yalla, sister.
Yeah, what if he's pick up all the numbers from 30 to 1?
No, he has a limit of 3 numbers. He has 3 numbers. Yes. Stop at odd numbers. Okay, good suggestion. Yes. Try to stop at 5. The problem is how. Yes. Anything else? Yalla, last chance. You want to play? Want me to play?
You start.
I start. 30,
29,
28,
27,
26, 25,
24, 23,
22, 21,
20, 19,
18, 17,
16, 15,
14, 13,
1, 11,
10, 9.
8,
Hello, Asman, help him.
8, 7.
Now, he said, don't worry before 10. Now we come into the critical thing. Yalla. I said 9. Yalla. Help him. Give him anything. Whatever you do, he lose. I said 9. Yalla.
8, 7,
6, 5. Okay. So what's behind this? Look. is understanding the big picture, not only the tactics, understanding the strategy. Yes?
Can I challenge you one more with the coins?
No. I can do that in the break. Okay. So what he is missing is understanding the big picture, understanding the strategy. He is doing tactics. He's not doing strategy. So it's very obvious that if I want to keep one for myself, I must stop at 5. Because if I say 5, I am guaranteed to get 1. What will he say? If he says 4, I'll say 3, 2, 1. If he says 4, 3, I'll say 2, 1. And if he says 4, 3, 2, I would say 1. So the sister was right. Try to catch 5. How do I guarantee catching 5? By stopping at 9. Whatever he says, I will have 5. If he says 8, I will say 7, 6, 5. If he says 8, 7, I will say 6, 5. If he says 8, 7, 6, I will say 5. So now I'm guaranteed 5. Now we think about the process. Find an equation. The difference here is what? 4. The difference here is what? 4. So you go by 4s. Well, the first time I see Azman wrong. You should worry from the beginning, not after 10. So if I want to guarantee 9, I must catch 13. So if I stop at 13, if he says 12, I say 11, 10, 9. And if he says 12, 11, I will say 10, 9. And if he says 12, 11, 10, I will say 9. So I'm guaranteed getting 9 if I stop at 13. The next number is 17. The next number is 21. The next number is 25. And the next number is 29. So when he said to me, start, it's over us. Because these are called the key numbers. So write down, he needs the strategy, not only the operation. Then, and only then, with all of this, motivation will work. It doesn't work by 2,000 ringgit. It doesn't work. It's not only the reward, it's the system of motivation. Of course, this is the external motivation. Now, if we go to the internal motivation, it's then a different story. The highest, write this down if you want, the highest level of internal motivation comes from what? Highest level of internal motivation comes from what? Yep, purpose. Okay, what else?
Shared value.
Yeah, you're close, yeah. Strong belief in anything. Anything. Strong belief in the environment, strong belief in Allah, strong belief in your land, strong belief, huh? If you strongly believe in something, then you will give yourself for it. What? This is the highest level of motivation. So belief, not emotions. Belief, not rewards, not cash. People kill themselves for their strong belief. So, if I want to have my kids motivated, I must instill in them strong belief in something. Strong belief that you will win the Nobel Prize. Muhammad al-Fatih had a teacher who taught him Arabic. By the way, he spoke Arabic fluently. He taught him Sharia, taught him logic, math, etc. Great scholar. Every day, after they finished their lessons, both would ride horses since Muhammad al-Fatih was 7 years old. And he will take him into the sea. And they will walk the horses into the sea until they cannot reach anymore. And in front of him, are the gates of Al-Qastantiniya, Constantinople. And he would say to him, this is the city that you will conquer. And the Prophet said, لَتَفْتَحُنَّ الْقَسْطَنطِينِيَّةَ, you will conquer Al-Qastantiniya. فَلَنِعْمَ الْأَمِيرُ أَمِيرُهَا وَلَنِعْمَ الْجَيْشُ ذَلِكَ الْجَيْشُ. Glorified is the prince of that army, and glorified that army. So he was telling him this hadith, which is a correct hadith, by the way. And he is teaching him, since 7 years old, you will do it. Allah. So make them believe in something. A big picture. Not 2,000 ringgits, huh? A big picture. Right. So this is a crash course on motivation, huh? So if you want superficial motivation, then write in your paper of references the name of this book. It's called 1001. This is your phone, Asma. 1001 ways to reward your employees. 1001 ways to reward your employees. And the book includes, includes 1001 suggestions of rewarding your employee. So if you're going to do superficial motivation, don't use the same method again and again. You use trophies all the time, you use cash all the time. It doesn't work. After a while, it doesn't work. Let me finish this, and then we will take a break by saying that regular ways of motivation backfire. Regular ways of motivation, they backfire. Let me show you and explain this to you. Suppose this sister, mashallah, is doing the best work among the group. So at the end of the year, we choose the employee of the year and we choose her. And we reward her with money, we reward her with other benefits, etc. We might promote her, fine. It works. Next year, she was motivated and she became even more motivated with the things that we gave her. So now the next year, she was the best and even better. She became again the best employee of the year. Now if I give her the reward again, what will happen to the others? They will lose hope. Huh? We have a saying in Kuwait, it says, "Ma fi b'hal-balad illa hal-walad." In this country, there's only this child, no one else. So people will start to question that there is a personal relationship or an emotional relationship. So we shouldn't give her. We try to find someone else, right? That's what people do. Huh? So if you don't give her, what will happen to her? She will be demotivated. So it will backfire either way. If you give her, it will backfire. If you don't give her, it will backfire. So what is a better system than that? This is a lousy system, by the way. This is also lousy in schools. At the end of the year, we have 1,000 students, and then we give the best 50. So what is the message to the 950? You lose them. Now a question. At the end of the year, we give the rewards to those who have the highest grades, all A's, etc. Suppose I have a child who was in the beginning of the year, his grades were all F. He failed all subjects. By the end of the year, he had all B's, but he didn't have A's. Will he be among those who are rewarded? But he is not. Usually he is not.
But now every Malaysia,
Yes.
some of the schools has introduced best improved.
Yes. So there are better systems, best improved. But there is even a better system than that. And that's what we did in our school. It's called the bank. And the bank is a very simple system. It doesn't deal with money, it deals with points. And you can use it in companies, you can use it anywhere. So the system goes like this. For each great or good behavior or good activity that you do, you get points to be deposited in your account in the bank. For each A, there is number of points. For B, for C, for D, there's no points for F. And for each good behavior, for each, if you participate, say in the soccer team, you get points. So you get points. If you find some money in the yard and you bring it to the administration, you get points. And you get points taken away if you do something wrong. You come without uniform, we deduct some points. So at the end of the year, everyone has points. We have arranged with our parents that they donate gifts. So whatever they want. So they donated games, dolls, machines, exercise machines. We do it once a year. And one of the parents donated stocks in the stock market. And one of the parents donated Umrah trip for two, because he owns a tourist company. So we have so many different gifts. We didn't pay anything. We assign number of points to each gift according to the value of the gift. So at the end of the year, every student will have a chance to win. We don't give one some and leave others. All of you are winners. Now, how much do you win? It's up to you. You decide. Now, if you have your eye on a certain toy or a gift, but you don't have enough cash, then you keep your deposit for next year and add more points, so you'll have enough to get that. Allah, Allah. Huh? So who is motivated? Who is rewarded? Everyone. Huh? Who decides? You decide. This is how you do motivation.
Who's the banker?
The banker is the school. We appointed an employee full time just for the bank.
How about 10 people, one prize?
I don't remember how they did it. Anyway, this is a detailed system. But again, this is how we do it. So not only best improved, great, everyone. So beautiful. Just imagine the graduation day, what will happen, huh?
So many going up to the stage.
Yeah. No, I says they go to the bank, they get their, and they show each other, play with it, etc. So it's a joyful occasion that they did. We didn't do it. Right. So this was a crash course on motivation. I gave you the solution for 30, calm down. I didn't give you the solution for 641. I will tell you at the end of the seminar.
Just translated that bank concept in a corporate organization.
Yes, it can be done. No, we haven't done it. Yes, it can be. Right, a break for